My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 26, 2023. It is 12:48 p.m. and this is video number 3. So I was going to Twitter and I saw some stuff and I said, let me share with you. It's only 4 tweets. So let me finish with this. This is video number 1, which I recorded in the AM. I'm done with it. I uploaded it, and video 2 is rendering on my laptop, and this one is due to January 29, 6 a.m. Let me schedule it. No issues with it, so I'm uploading it. So let's go on Twitter. So this is the, I wanted to watch this, but at the same time I wanted to share it with you because I didn't want to listen to it, and then when I do record, there's nothing to say because I already thought about it. So this is why that makes me want to do video number 3. Okay, where is the lie though? Daily Mail, Meghan versus Kate. Let's listen. It's 1 minute and 16 seconds. Even though it's that short, I still have to stop in between. Okay, this is why I'm on this channel, not on PYTE.
The more they hate Harry and Meghan, the more they love Kate. Love Kate. Kate can do no wrong. Kate could beat to death a disabled 6-month-old panda bear.
Oh,
Just beat the shit as fucking stamp on this panda bear. This is love.
okay, this is very low. I'm trying to listen to it, but when I'm editing, I'll put it I'll put the volume high.
Of this tiny, fluffy, gorgeous little thing. Just got 1 foot, just no arms or legs, just 1 foot, and it's the last one on earth, and it represents humanity. And Kate breaks into Chester Zoo on a Monday night because she's bored and stamps on this tiny panda bear, breaks its glasses first. The whole thing caught on camera. And the next day the Daily Mail would run a front page. Princess of Wales helps get animal into heaven.
Princess of Wales helps get animal into heaven. Okay, so where is the part with Meghan? This is very short. It's almost done.
Meghan does nothing.
Okay, so that's that. Let's see some of the comments here. This reminds me of Kate eating avocados. They praise her, but the minute Meghan did the same thing, they hate on her. Nobody wants to ever admit this. No lie detected. OMG, that's so true. It's funny because it's true. Okay, I'm screaming OMG. It's true. People are laughing. It's true. Sadly, this is very true. I know, right? Okay, so the people saying the same thing, but I thought there was more to it, but not really. Let's go to the next tweet that I sort of line up for you. Let's see. Okay, this is Henry VIII. I have always thought that Meghan Markle took one look at how the Royal Foundation was set up and went, Harry, this is effed. Okay, so let's see here. She retweeted somebody. Okay, I think part of the reason they call Meghan difficult is she won't accept the excuse that there wasn't enough money to help other causes and use her previous experience to figure out other ways to help that didn't require funding from Charles. I have no proof of this. So someone raised this up, and yeah, what was it? I brought this up a couple times. I can never find it. I remember there was somewhere I was reading or listening to, and Harry was like, each time he tried to bring a project up or something for them to help them, for the institution to help him, they always say wait until William does his this and that, and money can never be there can never be any money for Harry's project. Okay, let's see here. Is there a list of accomplishments that Kate and William have achieved in the last 3 years, not engagements or sponsorship, but things where they are actively involved in helping? Earthshot could be one. The award ceremony was a mess. Alright, I think that's why the cookbook actually helped the people it was intended for. Meghan won't let Billy get his hand on the money. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think when they were leaving, there were some issues with money, but they didn't want to leave the money with them. Because can you imagine that they reject her for being good at what she does, but yet I'm just saying, just in general, like this person said, I have no proof of this. Okay, but we know they reject her every day. We're hearing stuff about how much they don't like Meghan. Okay, so this is, pick any articles or whatever about Meghan, they will have something negative to say about Meghan. But can you imagine that as she was leaving and they wanted to keep that money? Can you imagine this? And then all the hard work she did. And if she had left that money where it was, the people the cookbook was intended for, they will never see light a day of that. Everybody else's project will be more important than the money that was raised. And remember, these are their recipes. Okay, it's not random recipe people pick somewhere. It's those ladies' recipe that made up the book, and then they'll be more than happy, meaning the royal family will take the money and use it for their nonsense. Okay, and because she wake up early to get the ground running, and that makes the lazy ones look bad. There's the laugh. I agree. Okay, there was also talk that they wanted to use the cookbook money for other things. Oh, did they? I was just saying this out of my head. I wasn't sure. Is this true? There was also talk that they wanted to use the cookbook money for other things, and she said no. This explained why Eggs went to confront him when he knew Meghan wasn't around. Oh my God, I wasn't aware of that. There's one comment in it. Side, please. Okay, that I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I would love to know about this. I would love to know about. I know William went to Harry to speak to him, but I didn't know if it was for that. This I would love to know. Okay, I'm not aware of this. This is news to me. Okay, she's used to working and paying for her taxes. She is smart enough to recognize a scam when she sees one. Oh, of course. And then sometimes when you look at things, it could be very messy and very disheartening to see the issues that she went through. But when you look at the broader picture, all right, and these people will easily shift any wrongdoing that they did themselves onto Meghan. Okay, so sometimes when you look at the things that she went through, we said thank God she got herself out of there. Okay, because there is so many things that they could have done, then they shifted the blame to her, and then she's have no control of all the paperwork that goes in the background. She's just a newcomer, and they didn't even accept her as a part of the team, you will say. Okay, they didn't consider her as a worker or a co-partner of Harry with the, what's the term they use, working royal. They didn't even consider her as a working royal anyway. But when push come to shove, if there's money issues that is being discussed, similar to how Charles was blaming Harry onto that charity that he was in trouble with, and then Harry quickly told his dad, don't blame this on me because I warned you about this guy not to do business with. So this could easily be done to Meghan as well. And then Meghan will have absolutely no clue what they're talking about because she has no say. I don't know, no physical papers will go into her hand to know what was passed on and things like that. So all of this, when you think about it, we said, thank God, thank God, thank God, they're out of there. All right, let's see here. The reason they say she's difficult is because she's an intelligent, very well-spoken, and educated black woman, and then she will not let them take advantage of her. That's another thing. Okay, you see how the other one, how did they say? She's mute, and how the older people like her. She doesn't talk, she doesn't rock the boat, and all of this.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
But Meghan, when they do something stupid to her, she speak up. She's not gonna take that BS. So this is why they feel like she's difficult, because she's not gonna take that BS. All right, let's finish with that. The reason they say she's difficult.
What's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying, when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen.
The reason they say she's difficult is because she's an intelligent, very well-spoken, and educated black woman. Many Caucasians are afraid of black women. That shows more than them. Basically, she don't meet the standard of a black woman in their eyes. Okay, don't forget the wild notion that funds raised for and by a specific cause should go to that cause. Let me guess, just so ghastly American. There's a rolling eye. Okay, let me go into that. She retweeted this. Okay, so this is a random thing someone mentioned. Is that a thread? Okay, so it's oh my god, it started from this. That was another tweet. They said, can you imagine, what is it? I didn't bookmark it, but I liked it. It's on my like list or something. That Meghan would want, was it her designer or something like that? The squad were making fun of that dress. Okay, so this one is response to that. Spare. It was grossly unfair for the media to call Prince William lazy. Really? But what has he done? A few minutes Meghan was over there. Look how much she did. Harry has been doing so many things. Look at Invictus. Invictus alone should tell you. Okay? And there's Santa Bali. That's other things. But what has he done? Okay, but whatever. All right, so let's go into that. I think part of the reason they call Meghan difficult is she wouldn't accept the excuse that there wasn't enough money to help other causes, and use her previous experience to figure out other ways to help that didn't require funding from Charles. I have no proof of this though. All right, so this is something she said randomly. Okay, yep, the idea of charity patronage was literally just giving the charity some money. Meghan took it a notch higher by coming up with means of generating income for her patronages instead of relying on handout. All right, give a man fish versus teach a man how to fish. Basically, that's pretty much that. And they don't even guarantee money. Some charities just get a visit. Remember, Kate had a charity that she hadn't visited for 8 years. Oh yes. Each time I look at that video, I look at the guy who said it's been 8 years you haven't shown. It feels like he couldn't wait to say it.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last here.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
Oh my God. A visit that they have to pay for. My God. She wouldn't get any money. Kate didn't get any money either. The money went to their husband, and that was for them both. So she was treated no different, other than she could keep her own job, which great. She spent more money on clothes in 1 year than the full family put together. Okay, who is she talking about? Kate? Oops, oh, my phone is ringing. Gotta come back. I don't know where he's at. But anyway, so let's see here. Okay, she won't get any money. Kate didn't get any money either. The money went to their husband, and that was for them both. So she was treated no different, other than she could keep her own job, which great. She spent more money on clothes in 1 year than the full family put together. Who are they talking about? Are they talking about Meghan? Because Meghan was using her own money for almost everything, even couch, from my understanding. Where did I read that? Was it Spare or the docuseries. Meghan's money went into furnishing the cottage. Okay, she spent her own money. Charles said to Harry that there wasn't any money for her. They has the shoddiest house. Okay, they have the shoddiest house out of all the working royals, and yet you think we're indulging Meghan with designer outfit. Exactly. Duchy expenditure for 2018 says different, but the Daily Mail said so. Must be true. That's the laugh. Okay, that's absolutely not true in terms of having no. This was a sarcasm. Okay, saying if Daily Mail said, you think it's gonna be true. Okay. That's absolutely not true in terms of having no additional money for her individual. Hence, the reason he said she could continue to work. Oh God, they love to make excuses for the royal family. Okay, look at where Harry was staying, and then they had to pay the renovation back. Please, they're not gonna spend a dime on Meghan. Please. Okay, that's absolutely not true in terms of having no additional money for her. Well, it may not be true, but they didn't give it to her. We know it's false, but they didn't want to give her anything. Okay, individual. Hence the reason he said she could continue to work, which is amazing. As she was sued, she had expenses that she was allowed, and she used them fair play. She used them fair play. She used them, I imagine, she bought stuff too. Okay, the writing is sucks. Plus, I don't read the mail, however. Okay, but repeating mail stuff. Okay, but I don't read the mail, however, we don't know the truth at this point. We only know Prince Harry's truth. I'm shocked that intelligent people would. Okay, where was I? The phone rang. Okay, let me leave this. Okay, let's finish it. Plus, I don't read the mail. However, we don't know the truth at this point. We only know Prince Harry's truth. I'm shocked that the intelligent people would immediately say, what he said, okay, has got to be gospel. Prince Harry must have been absolutely perfect because he can't admit any fault he may have made, and he made them. Oh, whatever. Okay, at least she spent her own money on clothes. That's one thing. Okay, this argument that she spent more on clothes than others is ridiculous. Okay, there's other tweets we came across. Okay, the squad know this stuff more than I do. Okay, they're all clothes that Meghan have worn before. Okay, they are in perfect shape, really good. She have worn them before, and she rewore them again while doing different things while she was in the UK. So I don't know where these people are coming from. Yeah, so the squad who've been following Meghan since suit, and they've known things that she wore before, and then when she wear them again, they point it out. Okay, I wasn't following Meghan back then, but if I'm saying it, it must be in one of my videos, because I will share this stuff with you. Okay, and I always say I'm not a fashion person, but when I come across certain things, I will share them with you. Okay, this argument that she spent more on clothes than others is ridiculous because she was building a royal wardrobe, whereas the others had 10 plus years of building their wardrobe to allow rewears. Okay, LOL, at keeping her own job. That was an invitation to more media bullying. Okay, whatever it is, Meghan, from what I understand, they didn't even want to take care of anything that involved Meghan. But she did so well where they even asked her to be 50% less of herself. And I'm aware also that she's used her credit card to furnish Fragmore. Okay, so that. This is the thing with the derangers, they love to push Meghan down on anything, but when they realize the truth, they want to create excuses for something completely unnecessary. Okay, Harry even said they wanted her to go back to acting. You think the royal family is gonna pay for her after saying all of that? They didn't even consider her as a working royal. Okay. Alright, so let's move on. Let's see this one. It's still the same tweet. Her wardrobe was privately funded as confirmed by KP in 2019. It's probably her own money. They don't want to say it because it's her money, and then it will make them look bad that she's using her own money. Who's privately funded? We already know she's using her credit card for different things. Okay? So they don't want to give her that inch of knowing that she's using her own money. She's not using the taxpayers' money. This is the reason why they say privately funded. Her money. And then, why? Because they didn't want to consider her as a working royal. Alright, let's continue. Okay, her wardrobe, and this is my opinion as well. Her wardrobe was privately funded as confirmed by KP in 2019, and there was no increase in Chuck's expenses when Meghan joined them. Harry was told there was no money to pay for her, and Spare has revealed that she used her credit card to pay for their expenses. There it is. That's what I was aware of. Okay, after combing through the Duchy of Cornwall financial statement and the annual review from Prince of Wales database from 2016 to 2020, guess what I found? There are zero evidence that Meghan has wasted millions of pounds, let alone taxpayers' money, to fund her clothes. I mean, we know that. We know that. The squad have already shared pictures of certain event that Meghan participated in, and then the clothes that she wore was from other place when she was either in Canada or some other places when she was even part of the royal family. So that I won't even need to look. Why the royal family wanted Meghan Markle to keep acting after marrying Prince Harry to support them financially. And look at this. They left. Look at the millions that they're making now. And this is what driving the royal family nuts, along with the tabloid, because they wanted them to be begging back. And then if they were begging back, they will say, nope, not you, Meghan, not you, Archie, not you, Lily, Harry, you could come back. But there it is. Harry and Meghan say, F you, we could take care of our own. And then that pisses them off. All right, you see if I read all of this. The Duchess splashed out almost six times as much as her sister-in-law, whose wardrobe totally. Nah, this is just BS. You guys could read this because they would not know, because Meghan, this royal family will not fund anything. Look at even the wedding. I come across different tweet, not today, not on any of the videos that I did today, past videos, where you hear the derangers complaining, oh, they did this for her, the wedding, meaning a wedding that Harry and Meghan did not even want. Okay, oh, they spent millions for the wedding and this and that, and then Meghan wanted something private. At the end of the day, the country raised more money than they actually spent for the wedding. And then what I found out is that Meghan paid for her own wedding dress. Okay? This is Meghan's money right there. From what I understand, okay, the palace is still making money off of the wedding dress because it's being displayed somewhere. So which means people have to come and pay to watch it, to look at it. Okay? So they're taking every opportunity to pocket everything that they can, but they're drying everybody else dry, just like they do around the world. Okay, so you could read all of this. These people are full of it. All right, that too. But even if it wasn't privately funded, it's still a crap argument. Whatever, because Meghan have money. They don't want to say, they don't want to admit Meghan have money. Okay, to his everlasting credit, Prince Harry used his inheritance, his own money, to set up the Invictus Game after William refused point blank to release funds from a foundation that had Harry's money in. I found that appalling that William didn't want to support disabled army vets. I'm aware of this, but this is a guy, when he become king, he will be the head of the army. Can you imagine this? I don't know if any of the current or past soldiers take notice of all this stuff. Oh, but then again, they have the Daily Mail to confuse people not knowing all of this. But Harry saw the potential of things. He used his own money to do the thing. And look how do you call this, and how prosperous Invictus is. And this is why when he was leaving, he took Invictus with him. Okay, I mean, oh my God, when you think of it, God does things in a mysterious way. Because if you think about it, Invictus is pretty much Harry's baby. Okay? If the royal family had helped him fund it to get it started, he have no argument. He will have to leave Invictus behind to the royal family, because they, if that was the case, if they had given him money to get it started, that would have been pretty much the firm project. But God is good. God is good, because these people will destroy. They would have, okay, they would have destroyed that foundation, Invictus. Okay, but when you're looking at it, every year it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when you look at when Harry and Meghan went to Germany, okay, the kind of warm welcome they got, that was because of Invictus. Because next summer, that's where Invictus is gonna take place. So that pisses them off. They then deserve the red carpet. I literally read a whole bunch of tweets that said, oh, why are they receiving them in red carpet? They don't deserve. I'm like, what in the name? I was shocked reading this stupid tweet. They literally got offended, meaning other people, not Harry and Meghan, but because when they went to Germany, they were received very warmly, red carpet for them and everything. That pisses them off. I'm laughing because that's what I'm thinking of the Queen. I don't even want to say what's in my mind. Okay, so that was that. Let's see. There's 2 comments under this. Okay, it's his brother he didn't want to support, which is sad. Yeah, I mean, that jealousy of this nonsense since he was kid, hey, this is what's gonna destroy him. Another word, his jealousy of Harry is what's gonna destroy him. It's not Harry's gonna destroy him. William is gonna destroy William. Okay, a person like this nobody can deal with, so he will destroy himself. Okay, yes, difficult is another word for a person who wants to contribute positively to an organizational machine when they want you to just sit there and shut up. Quote, be invisible and do what we tell you. End quote. All right, let's see here. I've long felt that way. Most of her endeavor were impactful and that their own financial support. How else would that happen if Meghan hadn't been the driving force? And why would she do it if she didn't need to? She was expected to produce, wasn't giving the means to do so. Yep, and this is the thing. That's the thing. What is it? Each project Meghan got involved because they're trying to prevent her. All right, they said, here, go do it. Well, they didn't really tell her. She saw something she's interested in, passionate about, she went and do it. But they didn't want to give her any means to do it. But she found a way. When there's a will, there is a way. And this is what Meghan have done with Smart Work, with Greenfield Community, okay, with the book, Cookbook, all of that. And they were pissed because they didn't give her anything to do anything. But look at it. Throughout the pandemic, her charities remain open. But the other ones, I don't know. Only people in the UK could tell me how those other charities were going, because there are some that I'm aware of from Kate were closed. Okay, in my humble opinion, I completely agree with you 100. Okay, I think you have an excellent theory, probably more truth to that than either of us will ever know. Meghan did too much, sadly. Okay, and spare. Harry said that William expected some of the proceeds generated from Meghan's cookbook to be given to one of his charitable foundation. And this is a guy who's getting millions from other places. So why would you need something that was produced with Harry and Meghan, mostly Meghan, and the community, you know, with their sweats and tears to come up with the book? Why would they give it to his charity? Don't they have tons of money? Okay. He knew that all of the proceeds were earmarked for the Hub Community Kitchen to help the resident due to the fire. Let's see here. One comment in here. Oh, I cannot see it. Okay, why would anyone expect to receive the reward of the hard work and investment and time and effort of others? Remember, they put in his head whatever he wants, he gets. But this one, he can't get it. And this is why he's so freaking pissed at Meghan, because they will not let it go. And this is another thing I've said, where Meghan was voice of reasoning for many other people. There's probably people who say, I'm donating money for this charity. But guess what? When those people, the people's running the Royal Foundation or whatever, they look at a darker skin or whatever. Remember, they don't see black people or other cultures any, how will I say that? Of relevance, I will say. Maybe there's another word, but their charity, their nonsense. Look at the Earthshot For instance, did they bring the people, the winners in? Okay, they rather bring celebrities, other people that, for whatever, to come in. So this is the same thing they would be doing with other charities, and this is why some of those charities are closing off, because for them and to them in their eyes, they don't see all the other people as somewhat equal, or they need for whatever it is that the charity is open. Once the money is there, okay, for them, it is for them to grab and go do their nonsense, whatever it is, because their nonsense is always more important than the people who actually need it. Oh my goodness. I went on this. I spent too much time on that, and I stopped a couple times. All right, so that's that. Spare, it was grossly unfair for the media to call Prince William lazy. Okay, so that was the thing everything else originated from. Okay, I think part of the reason they call Meghan difficult is she wouldn't accept the excuse that there wasn't enough money to help other causes, and use her previous experience to figure out other ways to help that didn't require funding from Charles. I have no proof of this though. Okay, so there's that. I can't help but to think about the fashion contact when I look at this pic. Okay, they're talking about because she wanted to give Meghan fashion, what is it, her how do you call it, not fashion, the designer, the contact information. Meghan was like, nope, I got mine. Had to disagree with Harry here. Loads of families have babies, and still managed to work. William and Kate had it even easier with a nanny and the lack of a 9-to-5. William needed to get his ass up and work, just like Kate, as soon as mat leave was over. Okay, Kate and William, they both lazy beginning of the year. They look like they are working hard, but soon, so the summer comes, they disappear. Harry never called his brother lazy, but he did point out that William was not interested in having a brother, but a subject that did as he demanded. Okay, this part stood out to me. He said certain family members are competitive about engagement numbers and include things he never would. Okay, I think a lot of squad overlooked that part because we rightly detest William and Kate, but Harry says they aren't allowed to do more work because of Chuck and the horse, not because they don't want to. They don't want people to overshadow them, and at the same time they're lazy as F. So this is like a freaking mediocre place here. So the thing is that the facade, this is why the institution remain over there. They give the people a bullshit to get their taxpayers' money to pretend they're helping charities. Okay, but here comes Harry and Meghan doing the work. Open the floodgate. Look how much they could do. They were like, wait. Don't let them do too much. Then that will require us to do too much. Oh my God, this is sad. This is sad. Okay, I like Harry, but he has to start making excuses for his family. That's for sure. No, it wasn't because it's the truth. Okay, it's detail like this that makes the book even more believable to me. Harry is consistently fair throughout with his observation. Okay, there's a lot of deprogramming left to do, and this poor man. It wasn't just the media. Look at what. Oh my God, there's a video that I have. I don't know what I sent the video, but on the thumbnails, I said something about being deprogrammed. I put some graphic thing on Harry's head to be deprogrammed. I'll look for it. I think it's back in 2020 or 2021. Okay, there's a lot of deprogramming left to do on this poor man. Okay, it wasn't just the media. Look at what people who work with them said on the record. Look at their numbers of engagement over the years. Look at what they do and don't do during those engagements. Okay, Spare really give both William and Charles a break. And if they're smart, it starts a dialogue with Harry for reconciliation. Otherwise, he needs to publish the other 400 pages. The thing that I saw, Harry should always keep his guard open, because these people, they only know their way. That's it. They only know their way. I hope at this point, if Harry doesn't get the memo that they really don't care about him, I don't know what is. God forbid if something happened, I'm not gonna be shocked, because I see it. They don't give a F about Harry. The only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes. Okay? The nonsense, the facade that they kept for so many years is being shattered. They want to remain as is. What is it? Princess Anne have said it. Other people have said it. They want to remain the same. Who could have blamed them? More people are willing to give them money for absolutely nothing. They've done absolutely nothing to receive millions. So why not?
How do you understand it to begin with? How do you know that that's a part of your destiny?
Well, we don't, put it this way, we don't all sit in a room with a queen and a blackboard going. It's a kind of, I don't know, I think it's, I wouldn't say it's in our blood, but at the same time I think it's over history and watching our parents, watching our grandparents, and just learning our way through that process. I mean, Christ, I think I went to my first proper royal engagement at the age of 4 or 5. So you make mistakes, like we all have, and then slowly you find your way and you start to realize that you've got an incredible platform to make really positive change.
Only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
Did you always embrace this role and responsibility?
No, I don't think I understood it. I think what happened to my mum probably put me a step back, thinking, well, how could someone who did so much for the world and did so much for everybody else could be treated like that by a certain institution? So
only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
It takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back, and also gaining the trust and respect of the general public, and then using that position for good.
Only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
What helped you to understand that position that you were in?
Spending 10 years in the military was one.
And what did that do for you?
I think I wouldn't say it changed my outlook on life, but there were certainly experiences that I went through during those 10 years that not only was I surrounded by normal people on a day-to-day basis and being able to share and talk about everyday issues that they were going through, but it was a grounding moment for me as well. Wearing the same uniform as all of the people that I was serving with, getting an opportunity to serve your country on operations, but also being part of a family. And that's not just the guys and the girls that were wearing the uniform, but also the wives, the girlfriends, the kids. That whole network of support was huge.
The only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
But I think my understanding of service and duty became really, really ingrained, or it was given to me by my service in the military, because that's what it's all about. And you're taking young people from some of the most deprived cities and towns across the UK for the British Armed Forces, and I know it's the rest for the rest of the world as well. But you're taking some people who've had some really, really hard upbringings and hard backgrounds, and you're training them to be ambassadors. You're training them to be fighters, but you're training them to be brothers in arms with each other as well. And I think that's an incredibly powerful tool to be able to do. And I have a huge amount of respect for anybody, whatever their background is, to be able to serve your country like that.
The only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people. And that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who, at some point in their life, have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age. because it's all about giving back. So I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful. But when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together to make change, to make positive change. And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis.
The only thing they care about is that Harry is open to many people's eyes.
So when a 6-year-old says to you that your country is ruining theirs, what do you do or say?
Agree with them slightly. We all know the issues that are out there, with the climate and the environmental issues, and I don't want to say it's refreshing, but it is nice to know that kids that young have an appreciation and understanding greater than some of the people who have been on this planet for 60, 70 years. I think without question, I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. Because of the work that we end up doing, you can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist, because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
If you think of yourself getting up every morning, okay, you have your kids to take to either babysitter or wait for someone to come and watch your baby, to go to work and make ends meet, take the train and do all of that. You're in a rush in the morning. And then you have these people sitting up there. They think they're the best of the best, doing absolutely nothing. And you struggling, okay? Every year you have to pay your taxes for them. So you tell me, if people don't complain and they're more than happy to give you the money, why not? You will want to stay in that position all the time. So Harry better be careful, because these people, they do not want to change. Okay? Let me read what's on the screen and then move. Case Spare really gives both William and Charles. Okay, I read that. I think two things are true here. Harry is too kind to his brother, and Charles stood in the way with William and Kate, especially from 2011 to 2016. Smarter and more driven people could have worked around that, but that's not William and Kate by a long shot, so it's just complaining. Okay, I never considering the restriction on William and Kate by Charles and Camilla. I really didn't. It was interesting to me how much grace Harry afforded his brother, though you see how William repay his loyalty and support. Okay, Harry, there's that. Alright, I thought Harry was fair to William considering the circumstances. I'm telling you, we know so much more. Harry didn't want to say it. Then again, there's that 400 page he removed from the 800, so we shall see. All right, he didn't go all out, even though he could have done. All right, I thought that snippet was interesting. Sound like Charles and Camilla restrict everyone else to satisfy their egos. All right, there's that. William should be grateful that he was just called lazy and nothing else. Okay, oh my word. All right, so let's go to the next one. Oh my God, this one took longer than I thought. That I have 4 tweets to share with you, and looks like I'm gonna be an hour. It was supposed to be at least 30 minutes. All right, next tweet. They work against certain members of the family with the permission and cooperation of others. The bee fly wasps were doing someone's dirty work, not just their own. All right, so she retweeted that. The key takeaway so far from what I've read in Prince Harry's book that I find most shocking is that there are people working for Buckingham Palace actively working against the royal family. Oh, I'm sorry. You people realize that? I've been saying this since the beginning. I started to understand what was going on. I was like, there is absolutely no way people will be giving those type of advices, even when the queen was alive. When they advised the queen, I assume they shaped their question or their reasoning around the way for the queen to, make her decision to self-destruct in a way. And this is why they really got Harry out of the way, because Harry was too smart. He saw what was going on. Then he said that in the Oprah interview, that the people who's advising the queen and all that, Harry said that. Okay, I'm not surprised one bit.
How did it feel being back? Being with her.
Being with her, it was great. It was just so nice to see her. She's on great form. She's always got a great sense of humour with me, and I'm just making sure that she's protected and got the right people around. Her. I'm just making sure that she's protected and got the right people around. Her.
Okay, let's see here. Where did I say? Buckingham Palace actively working against the royal family who lied to the queen and yet somehow still work there. Hey, what did I say? And there was another aspect of that as well, where Charles removed certain people who were really looking out, I guess, for the queen, because they didn't want to listen to Charles, okay, or give Charles and Andrew what they want. So Andrew and Charles put together to overrule the queen and fire that guy, okay? And then they put the people in to who will do what they say. Okay, so let's not forget about that part. There's that article I came across. Okay. I also wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if they were doing the queen's dirty work, playing the bad guys, so she didn't have to. Well, of course. Okay, I believe the queen set the precedent. She was too beloved, so someone was doing the dirty work all these years. I do believe in old age she probably was manipulated. Of course, she had the fondest for Harry, and I will hope she wouldn't have let it get that bad if she were fully aware. Yeah, there's a lot of things they keep away from her. But they try to prevent Harry from being near the queen because Harry will pretty much open the queen's eye and say the truth. Okay, pretty much. Okay, exactly. Too many people are falling for the banana and the tailpipe. The courtiers are not rogue agent. They are working at the behest of the principal. If the family had issues with the insect trio, they have fired them, yet they remain on staff. That speaks volume, in my opinion. All right, there's one comment related to that. There's that part, of course. And when I found out William was hiring people, government people, into the fold, that particular video, I don't know which video it's in, but I remember screaming. I was like, why would you have government people work with you? Because you should consider the royal family, the firm, as another branch of government within the UK. Even though they don't make laws, they don't do anything like that, but they're still part of the government system, because they the head of the army for one of the things as well. So when the politician knows how the royal family work, okay, how the system work, it's over. They're gonna do things to I don't know, blackmail or sabotage and all of that. I said that a long time ago, so I'm not surprised one bit. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, this one was a retweet of that. Let's see here. The key takeaway. Let's go into that. I'm going deeper into that because this is a good conversation. The key takeaway so far from what I've read from Prince Harry's book that I find most shocking is that there are people working for Buckingham Palace actively working against the royal family who lied to the Queen and yet somehow still work there. All right. Oh, so that's she retweeted Melissa Murray, that professor who had a gig with MSN. I think it's in one of my videos. Okay. As someone whose work in politics and with elected officials at the state and federal level, I cannot stress how fast someone will be fired for behaving like this. Trust, confidence, and care is imperative in politics and government. Clearly, it isn't in the UK monarchy. I never worked for any political thing. I do not know, but I always insert my humble opinion. And I thought this type of business is very, very shady. Okay, so there's someone, I don't know, I'm assuming she does work for politician. But hey, to quote Harry, quote, each man felt himself to be the one true monarch, that each was taking advantage of the Queen and her 9 years, enjoying his influential position while merely appearing to serve. Wow, I'm just now getting to that point where he's talking about Willie and Pap and their irresponsible behavior. I figure there is always a level of dysfunction in some aspect of this world, but this is so irrational that I don't see how they justify keeping the monarchy. I don't know. Let's see here. Harry's memoir also plainly lay out just how desperate the family is trying to remain relevant in public opinion. See the dysfunctional, that is, number of appearances. They have no real power, but the system has granted them tools like the courtiers to advocate their interests by proxy. Since the 19th century, royal family knows it has to have public backing to survive, so it tends to be a cipher, to be a bit regal, etc. Press knows the power it has because image is everything, so it has huge leverage, and that ties into a courtier system where status equals proximity. And this is why they so get themselves involved with the tabloid, because the tabloid pretty much somewhat in some way, I don't know how this got out of hand, control those politicians. So if the papers have access, my goodness, I can't believe looking at it that way. It seems like the people who own the papers have more powers than anybody, elected officials. So the papers, the owners of the papers, put themselves as the middlemen in a way where they tell the politician and the royal family what to do. If you don't do what I said, the papers could talk to the politician and say, you know, put this rule out to get the monarchy out of there. And then if the monarchy listens to them, and then they could tell the politician, okay, do this, pass this law to keep the monarchy, this kind of thing. So it seems like the papers are like the middlemen running everything, and this is why they're hacking onto people's thing to have leverage. Once they know secrets people don't want to be out in public, they hold it against people so they could said you better do what I said or else this is gonna happen on the paper. Just like that video I think Hugh Grant was talking about, you know, with the hacking. Let's read some more and then that's it. Since the 19th century, royal family knows, okay, I read that. Harry has been too kind to that family. There are far more damning incidents which he chose not to cover. One is elder abuse and manipulation of his grandmother, the Queen. Did the Queen really sign off on Camilla becoming Queen consort? Did she knew what she was signing? Yeah, and then look at it right after, once the Queen died and Camilla claimed, I think she sent some stuff to papers. I don't remember. I think Omid put the tweet out where she said they should call her Queen something, not Queen consort. I call it concert. Right. They are not totally working the royal family. Each senior members, apparently including the Queen, had members of their teams, each working on their behalf. And if that means against each other, then so be it. Harry and Meghan were just everyone's fall guy in that family. This is so bad. If they had put themselves together, you know, work as one, can you imagine the power they would have?
Represent something new for the royal family.
I don't know if it's something new. I think it's you know, for me it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.
Once you have the people behind you, and you do what the people want and the people love you, you have no worries. Okay? It's when the people are against you, that's where the problem is. My God. All right? They are not really working the royal family. Okay, that's the one I just read. It's because they understand this is plausible deniability territory. They are fighting to secure and uplift their principle, so no muckraking or dirty games was off limit as long as it was to maintain the supremacy of their principle, especially if such principle is on air. But still, the main thing is whoever's the heir, okay, at the moment you pledge allegiance to the person and you make sure she does a good work, okay, and then the work that you do is for the monarch. And that's what I understood. This is the thing that I understood, because through bloodline, whoever was born first, your position already stayed there. You already know where your position will be. So why fighting against each other? I don't understand this. Okay? Instead of working to keep the monarchy going, let me not give them any idea. For all I know, they could destroy each other. All right, let's go to the next tweet. The squad are having some really good conversation, but I wanted this video to be like 30 minutes. All right, next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay, lovebirds. Let's look at the pictures. All right, there's Harry and Meghan enjoying their lifestyle. There they are. Definitely lovebirds. Look at the guy. Oh my goodness, this dog is loved and he knows it. He knows he is being loved. Okay. Let's look at, oh, that's my comment 4 hours ago. Only if Guy could talk, stories he would tell, but Guy is Meg's through and through. I don't think he would have snitched. There's a laugh, definitely lovebird. Oh, there's one comment. Okay, woof woof, lay his head on his pillow, bed and blanks. Okay, Guy is the ultimate witness. Yep, that's definitely. And did the ones that got away, soulmates for sure. All right, there's that. Love. Okay, I don't even want to go on that. Okay, then why all those royalists clown having a meltdown in your comments? Oh, are they coming? I'm trying to avoid them. Oh, maybe I blocked them. That's why I'm not seeing them. All they have is each other, alienated from their families and unpopular in the UK. Oh, there they are. Just when I was saying. It was right in front of me. Oh, there they are, the UK, and it seems the USA too. Oh, is that what you think? So if they were so unpopular, why would Harry's book be so sold out like that? Okay, USA too, and I hope it's love strong enough to sustain them long long-term and private, away from book deals and television. Well, you whatever. Let's read what this one. Okay, I know, right? GIF. What that? Okay, I can't read this. Okay. Alright, so these are the haters who's coming anyway. But anyway, okay. So, this is the time to do. Okay, where is it? This time to black. This is where you take the time to do it. Lovebirds, there's a lot. I can't. Green lovebird. Okay, don't know. I don't know. Let's black. Take the time. Okay, Meghan Markle, Yacht Girl, Meghan Markle, Harry, or finish. Okay, take the time. Where is it? Black. Okay, thank you for showing yourself. Alright, so shall I do a prayer? Let's do a prayer. Prayer for well wishers. I don't know. Let's just do that. Okay, prayer for well wishers. What comes up? Prayer. Okay, there's one here. I pray that all your prayers will be answered. May you be blessed as you leave and when you come back. Good morning. Have a wonderful and blessed Sunday. Okay, today is Thursday. And may God's favor be upon you today as you enjoy his blessing. May God always guard your step and may he open new doors for you on this beautiful day. All right, let's pick an image. I'm probably gonna edit it in the morning. Okay, let's do this one. The sweetest moment in life comes not with the greetings you receive, but with the thought that someone wishes the best for you every day. Count me as one of the well-wishers who wish the very best for you every day. Okay, have a nice day. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.